Let me go live. All right, and just welcome the crew. Alrighty, hi everybody. Welcome to QGIS Open Days. Sorry for starting 2 minutes or so late. My microphone freaked out, so that wouldn't have been great. All right, so today, of course, we have joining us again Hamid from Tanzania, who is going to be taking us through how to make beautiful 3D georeferenced maps using QGIS and Blender. I absolutely love these. I think it's such a cool way to make 3D maps, and it's a really useful workflow to know. So I'm very keen to see what we do. And I think we're focusing on, is it Antarctica today? Awesome. Alrighty.
Okay.
So over to you, Hamid. Go for it.
Okay. As Amy introduced me, my name is Hamed. So I'll present how to make beautiful 3D map using QGIS and Blender, and I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, there we go.
Perfect. I can
So
see.
this is kind of like outline presentation. Let me hide this one. Kind
Perfect.
of
Thanks.
an outline presentation on what we are going to do today. So we are going to make like beautiful 3D georeference map using QGIS and Blender. So I've divided it into 5 parts. What we are trying to achieve is to make something like, wait, let me show you an example. Something like this one right here. How can you achieve to create something like this one? So I'm going to go. So like I have divided the outline tutorial is divided into 5 parts. The first part is in data collection, in which like you do data gathering, like a scanned image of you can remotely find a scanned image of a map, let's say already created map. For example, websites like University of Wisconsin, they have like really cool maps, as you can see right here. For Antarctica, you can just select one of them. You can select one of them, you can use it to do georeferencing, and furthermore to be able to make a 3D map. Also, other the other website is University of Texas. There is also like even you, as you, if you have like a scanned map, you can scan it, and then it can be used as a reference map. And also the other thing which is required is a digital elevation model. Of course, digital elevation model is required. You can get it from platforms such as Open Topography, DivaGIS. Yeah, it's this one right here, Open Topography. You can go download, and DivaGIS, if there is a country, you can just go to any country of reference map and you can download using elevation. So that's the first step. Second step now is georeferencing. We go from data gathering, then we go to QGIS. You open your QGIS, then you use this georeferencing tool. This one right here, you go to layer, georeference, I use this one. Now, georeferencing involves like you have your scanned image or digital image. You just add a geographic information so as software like QGIS can be able to attach your image into the real world coordinates. That's like georeferencing. So like in order to do georeferencing, you have to have a prior knowledge on coordinate system. For example, uh, like what we are going to do is going to be in Antarctic stereographic coordinate system. So there is World MacArthur, other coordinate system. You have to like have a prior knowledge before doing georeferencing. So we'll see in demonstration, we'll add georeferencing map, we'll make a control points, and then we'll perform transformation. After that, then we do preparation, in which the DM now is added in QGIS to create outputs like black map and color maps. This one I used in Blender. We go from QGIS, now we go to Blender. In Blender now there is this material and texture setting, lighting setting, camera setting, and rendering the map. And then finally we will do final touches. For example, this will involve clipping and enhancing the rendered map already. So yeah, after that, so thank you for listening. Now I'm going to demonstrate, live demonstration now.
Ooh, I'm
Okay.
excited.
So like, okay, so what we're dealing today is this kind of map, this one right here. This is an Antarctica map. Good thing this map, I've got it from this website. The website right here, this one right here, the University of Wisconsin. So after forming around, I found it here. It looked nice. So this map, the main theme will just turn it into 3D now. So if I zoom in, they were kind enough even to say like this map is in polar stereographic projection. They were kind enough even to show what kind of projection this map is in. So we have our QGIS already. This one right here. Let me close your reference first. Your reference our QGIS. So I'm going to, there is in coordinates here, there is like, you can write many things here, but there is a inbuilt like shapefile of the globe from natural earth. You just write world and then it's loaded world here. Now the norm of this coordinate is WGS84, this one right here. So what I'm going to do, and the Antarctica is this one down here in south. What I'm going to do is to turn this one, Antarctica, into a coordinate system which is similar to the map which I want to georeference. So I'm going to here, and then I'm going to write a stereographic. I'm going to just write for instance Antarctic geographic. It's this one, WGS84 Antarctic Polar Geographic, and the number is EPSG 3031. So it is similar to this one right here. I'm going to apply, and then okay. It looks a bit fuzzy, don't worry. So yeah, you scroll down and our Antarctica is similar. The projection of Antarctica is similar to the one which is here. So I'm going to close this one. Now I'm just going to create a shapefile of Antarctica. So I can easily do that by using this one, select by feature. I'm going to select Antarctica. Then I'm going to export, save feature as, instead of, okay, I'll just put it right here. Desktop, going to Antarctic map projection. I'm going to write Antarctica. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Then I'm going to write okay. So over here, I'm just creating a base map, which I'm going to, like a base map, which I'm going to refer from here. Okay, so now I'm going to layer. Now I'm going to include the georeference. Here is our georeference. So I'm going to open raster, or I can go file, open raster. I'm going to find my image, which I'm going to use. It's this one right here, Antarctic analog map. Going to open. Our map is loaded already. So that's the first step. The second step is to add control points. So I'm going to select 4 or 5 points just to add control points. Those control points we'll use to change now this map, which is not originally aligned with this one, to to something which can be readable by the QGIS software. So I'm going to select a point. I'm going to zoom in here into Antarctic Peninsula. I'm going to select like this point, the first point. I'm going to put it here, and then like I can go to from map canvas. I can write physical coordinates here, but I can, because I have the Antarctic map already, I can go from map canvas. Then I'm going to zoom out like the same area. It was somewhere here, and okay, that's my first georeference. The second one, I'm going to put it somewhere in Rose shelf. This one is Rose ice shelf, somewhere here. Edwardville land. I'm going to put my second one here. And then from map canvas, I'm going to zoom out, then zoom in to my second point over here. I'm going to put it, and then okay. So my third point, I'm going to put it somewhere here in Ostland. So I'm going to scroll, and then from map canvas, I'm going to scroll. This one right here. Okay. And my final point, I'm going to like select somewhere up in east. Can just put hand here. Somewhere in east. Let's see. Okay, here. This point right here, I'm going to select it. I'm going to put this one right here. From map canvas, I'm going to scroll. Okay. Going to select this point and then final. Okay, my control points are ready. So the next stage is to transform now. So I'm going to this like transformation setting, and then I'm going to select transformation type polynomial 1 is okay. Target CRS, I'm going to put the same coordinate as the one in the project, and then resampling method, I'm just going to put the same. Output file, I can select here, output file modified, maybe save, and then can I save the GC point? Sometimes yes, this is important, and load the project when I'm done. Okay. After that, after setting, doing the final setting, then you press this button right here, start your referencing. It's gonna do reference now. Yeah, there. So to see the image, yeah, this one right here, it's okay. It's kind of minimal tilted, but if I put the Antarctic map, it's well fitted. So we have already done the georeferencing part. I can close, and I can close now. Now, after georeferencing, we have georeferenced our map, this one right here. Then I'm going to add digital elevation model. So the digital elevation model, I got it from Antarctica. There is good data set in Antarctica. I got it from there. This one right here, eTopo. You can get it here. So I'm going to add it here. Yeah, you can have already added. So after adding it here, then now I'm going to create two kind of required map for Blender. So I'm going to put the one in the color map, which is going to be only this, you reference the image, and the black map, which is going to be the DEM as alone. So I'm going to project, new print layout. I can write Antarctica project. Okay. Then okay. So because the map is square in nature, I'm going to put it in square in nature. So I'm going to like right click. I'm going to go to page properties, the width and the height. I'm going to test it out and let's say 230 to 230, like box like layout. Okay, it's nice now. I'm going to add now my map. Going to add my map. So it is. So I'm going to zoom out by playing with the scale like 5, 4, 3. Okay, it's not well fitted. Let me put it well. Going to Antarctica, zoom to. Oh, okay, like analog, zoom to there. Okay, now let me try adding again. So 3, it's 30. Okay, 3 1, 3 2, 3 2. I think 3 2. It's kind of fitted well. So after that, then I'm going to export as image. I'm going to my Antarctic project. I'm going to write Antarctic project color, and then here I'm going to DPI for good resolution. I'm going to put it 600. Okay, still loading. Yeah, it's okay. It's for
Hans van
color.
der Kost in our comments says that it's nice to see that you're using the hats plugin.
Yeah, I use I use a lot of plugin. Okay, so now I'm going to use eTopo DM. So I'm going to change the color of the background. I'm going to properties. I'm going to general, the background color. I'm just going to put it as black. Okay, apply. Okay, I'm just going to put the black background because Blender identify like black background as lowland and white as highland. So over here, I think it's changed. It's yellow clear. Yeah, it should change maybe. So here in background, maybe I'll try also to put it as black. Yeah. So now I'm going to export this one as uh, Antarctic project black. Okay, 600. So yeah, we are done now with preparing data preparation. Now we go to Blender. Now I'm going to load the new Blender, the Blender 4.0. So yeah, so now we are going to 3D now, 3D making now. It's already open. If you open Blender, this is a new version. So if you open Blender, there is like default, like light default, cube, and also there is camera. So we won't use the cube, so we'll delete it. And then I'm going to add mesh, add plane. So after adding plane, I want this plane to be the same size as the color map and the black map which I've prepared. So if I just by just not pressing but zooming, you see like the dimension is 5433 times 5433. That you like divide it by 1000, it will be 5.4 and 5.4. That one will be used now to set this plane. So going right here into scale, I'm going to write it as in X, I'm going to write 5.4. In Y also, I'm going to write 5.4. And it's done. Now this plane is same size as the colors which I've produced. So after that, I'm going to change it from object mode to edit mode. So I'm going to like subdivide. I've already subdivided. Then I'm going to enter here, number of cut. I'm going to put it 1000, 100, sorry, 100. And then I'm done with subdivision. I'm going to now edit mode to object mode. So after that, then it's done. Then I'm going to like modifiers. I'm going to add the modifier. Is it, oh, here, deform. I'm going to the deform, and then I'm going to displace. So I've already added the modifier displace. I'm going now to add the texture, which is this one right here, and then new. So now in texture, now we add that Antarctica black map. So I'm going to open. I'm going to this one right here. I'm going to add that black map, Antarctic project black map. I'm going to open. So yeah, it looks like this, but it's not well resolution. So don't worry. I'm going to modifiers again. I'm going to add another modifier, and this one will be subdivision modifier, which is subdivision surface, this one right here. Okay, it might take a long time. Yeah, now it's smooth, a little bit smooth, you can see. And then I'm going to put it up, and then I'm going to levels. I'm going to just write 3 for it to, yeah, now it's clear. You can see now the it's really clear.
Mm, that's
After
cool.
that, then I'm going to this one right here in the render property. So we'll just go to cycle, but rather than EV, I'm going to cycle engine. After that, then I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to there's a place of somewhere it's film. No, there is somewhere like transparent. Somewhere it's transparent. It's not here. Okay, no worries. So over here, I'm going to color management. Then in color management, I'm going to, it's changed. I'm going to change it from Ajax to Filmic. Filmic. Okay, so done with colors. So I'm going now to add the map now, the color map, which is in base color map. I'm going to add it to be up. Then I'm going to here in, rather than environment texture, I'm going to add image texture. Then I'm going to open now the color image, which is, it will be seen if there is 4 balls, 1, 2, 3. The third one is the one which shows so we have, it's already added. Now the only thing left is the lighting setting and the camera setting. So I'm going to up here in light. I'm going to put sun. It's very bright, so I'm going to reduce the strength. 4. Okay, 4. Okay, then the angle, I'm going to put it 90. Yeah, at least better. Maybe the strength to reduce, maybe 3. Yeah, it looks well. Okay, it's maybe the strength a little bit 5, 4. Okay, so yeah, I think over here I'm going to try again to find film. Yeah, I'm going to put transparent. Yeah, okay, right here. Going to add strength to be 5 maybe. So I'm like testing out what kind of like light should I use. So after that, then I go to camera now. In camera, I change from perspective to orthographic, and then like I'm going to change it to, let's say, going to like here I'm going to put uh, 0, 0, 0, 0. Some it should be like it looks down, and
Like from the top.
yeah, from the top.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to like orthographic. I'm going to put 14, or let's say 16, 16. Okay, 16 right here, maybe 17 to. So yeah, it has already changed, and the light doesn't display as how I want, but okay, so maybe I'll change it to 8, 7. Okay, maybe 2 strength. Okay, let's try with this one too. So after that, we have already set lighting setting and camera setting. Then I'm going to, because of like time, I'm going to like change the rendering property from 4,000. There is maximum sample. I'm going to change it from 4,000. I'm going to just put it like 100 because of time. So after putting it into 100, then I'm going to
Is that so
render
it renders faster?
yeah, it will render faster, because but in like for you now, you should like leave it as 4,900 for it to
Okay.
be a quality, but
Okay. Okay.
because it's a tutorial, I'm going to just put it as
Yeah,
100
no. We'll sit here and watch it render for ages.
because it's CTN ages, but because tutorial has to end, so I put it like 100. So yeah, after doing all this setting, then you go to render image. So now it will render. So this part is where you can go now. You can go take a coffee break, let's say. You can go outside while you wait for it to render, continue with other stuff. So yeah, I think
I'll save
I
you
didn't.
from me singing a song.
The camera wasn't well placed, but maybe, but it's okay. So while this one, wait, let me set I'm going to cancel first, and then I'm going to set the camera well again. Oops, like 18 or 20. Yeah, okay, now it's at least 20. So yeah, it will render now again. So yeah, now it has fitted everything. So yeah, so that's like in our tutorial now, this I could say it's 90%. We are in 90% already. So yeah, that's how I created. Now maybe I can show you like the gallery of others other maps
Mitch, do you
which
mind
I've
just
created.
showing us again where you got the overlay image from? Okan
Ah,
on the YouTube comments says, can you share where you got the raster data from? So I'm assuming that's the overlay image.
the raster data. Oh yeah, okay. Uh, the reference image is from this website. The raster image is from Antarctica, like Google, Antarctica. It's just a digital Quantarctica. Yeah, this is where I got like
The DEM, the
the
digital
DEM, the
elevation.
digitalization
Okay.
model.
Okay.
So yeah, you can go and download it there.
Yep. So, Otani,
And
if you're looking for those, please go to the University of Wisconsin website to go and look for the image. That's the overlay. And if you want the sort of digital elevation model, the spatial information, then you can pop over to Antarctica. We have used Antarctica once before in a QGIS open day. So it is good data and it's great to play around with. So definitely have a look at it. Thanks, Timid. Sorry for interrupting.
it's okay. Okay. So now I was it's almost complete now. The map is almost complete. Now I was about to show the galleries, like some of the maps which I've created. I've created a lot of Antarctica map. Like prior this day, I've been training myself to create a lot of like Antarctica maps. So mostly are from the website. Mostly is like playing with camera setting, as you can see right
Oh,
here. Are Antarctica map. Some of them are like this one I created far back. This one right here, it's some of them I think you've already seen it in the previous QGIS Open Day. Yeah, the Greenland one is really, I think it's one of my favorite because the DEM, the digital version model of Greenland, I got it from Diva JS, this one right here. I just went from Greenland. Yes, I found it here. It's Greenland, then elevation, then download it. I
mm,
downloaded it. Then the coordinate of Greenland, it was it had a Greenland has a lot of coordinates. Yeah, it has a lot of coordinates. So I tried to find the right one, overlaid it, and yeah, I got something like this one.
yeah,
And
that's
Nigeria,
fantastic.
Nigeria. If you are like I'm not good in Inkscape and GIMP. If you are good in enhancing like a scanned image, you can enhance it to look good. You can also do that. So yeah, this is like a gallery of
That's cool. That's really
gallery.
nice. I love that. What are the colors representing here? Oh, they're ecoregions.
Ah,
Okay.
the ecoregions, yeah. So
Oh wow.
sometimes I just take the map, I just overlay it, and I find the right coordinate system. The coordinate system, finding the right coordinate system is key to like to achieve this kind of kind of uh, kind of rendering.
Mm,
So
mm.
yeah, that's uh, that's all for my gallery. So our final map is this one right here. It's a bit dull, a bit dull,
And of
but
course, you can play with the light settings
yeah.
and the camera settings to kind of get any
So
effect that you want.
yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, I think that's all. Maybe the lightning setting, color setting, the lightning setting. There is one thing I want to share with you. You can
Mhm.
there is something called HDR. Uh, HDR uh, let's see, is it output or in this one right here? In world property, you can uh, color rather than color. You can write environmental texture, and then you can use there is like HDR. You can go to desktop. I have
Mhm.
my collection of HDR projects. uh, where is it? HDR, this one right here. I like approaching storm. You can use HDR to play around with your light, so you can just increase strength, let's say 2. HDRs are like these kind of files. They are found in poly this place called Polyhaven. So you can
Mhm.
go there in Polyhaven and you can easily download the HDR. You can download it and you can use it for lightning setup. Lightning setup
So are
because
they like
lightning,
presets?
yeah, they're like preset, yeah,
Oh,
like preset. You
cool.
download them, and You can download it from here. Like, oh, this one is for sale, so there is free. There are free version. Yeah, you can download HDR. This one right, you can download them, and then you can use them now for lightning setup. For example, the one which you have downloaded video, and then you go to here and you can in download the ones which you have downloaded, date modified today, middle. It is,
I saw it just there. There,
yeah,
Meadow
this
2.1.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one right here, and then you can open. So this one we have already, like, you can see the lightning. You can, the HDR, which is
Oh,
preset light. You
that's
can
quite
use it.
different. Look how long the shadows are on that. That's interesting.
Yeah. So mostly you can also use that for lightning setup. So, and then you can render it again. You can render it again. It's try and error. So yeah, that's I think that's how I'll end it here now.
That
Unless
is
like there's any
brilliant.
question.
Alrighty. So thanks so much, Hamid. I always love these. I always think 3D mapping is the sort of future of mapping, especially with all of the, really great online tools that we have nowadays that people can really interact with the map, and being able to go 3D really allows people to orientate correctly. And it's just cool. It feels like you're in a video game,
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for this. And what I really love about your process is, it's all about testing what is best. You go to the light and you say, okay, maybe two, maybe three, maybe four. And that trial and error is what, really works in GIS. And I think,
Yeah.
I can see in the comments, Anita and Hans and a whole bunch of other sort of, really experienced GIS technicians and users and professors are all, people who have tested these things, tested them out. And that's the best way to go about doing this. It's trial and error, find the best settings for what you need, and then use those. So it's always fantastic to see that process in action. So I see we have Stefan and Francois, I think, in the chat. If you have any questions, please feel free to come on mic and ask questions. But in the YouTube live chat, we have a couple of questions and comments. So Davies says, I'm really enjoying this how to make beautiful 3D georeferenced maps using QGIS and Blender. So thanks so much, Davies. He's really enjoying this. Then Anita just says, hi, it's good to see everybody. And someone said it looks crispy. I'm not sure what that means, if it's crisp or if it looks good. But of course, that depends on the rendering. So obviously, we only have a certain amount of time to render stuff in a tutorial environment. Yeah, that's great. Other than people asking for the source, Okan says, thanks for showing us the sources. Yeah, so I encourage everybody in the main channel and online to ask any questions that you do have for Hamid. And then other than that, we will probably bring the session to a close. Are there any questions? Anybody in the room or anyone online? I'll give them a second to type. So in the meantime, I've got some Blender sort of questions of my own. I don't really use Blender all that much. I'm very much a QGIS kind of girl, and I do try and use the 3D stuff in QGIS, although Blender, of course, has so many more options, which is so nice. So I wanted to know, are there different settings for you to kind of exaggerate the elevation? So say, if I set it to 1, it's a smaller mountain, but if I set it higher, the peak appears bigger. So are there options like that in Blender?
Okay, so
I don't know if I'm explaining very well. Sorry, Emmett.
okay, so over here in strength, like, let me put it in kind of over here in strength, like, here is where, like, you can play along with how the exaggeration will appear.
Okay.
So currently it's 1, but mostly 1 is good. But sometimes for your render to look good, you can put 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 3, or it depends on like it
I
it
suppose the
it's
landscape.
it depends, yeah, on what you want to do. Maybe sometimes you want to put like map in some this kind of way, like kind of way. So if you are putting it in this kind of way, maybe a bit of much strength is like required for exaggeration there, to
Mm.
exaggerate the digital version model or the map. Ah, so I think that's, there
Yes,
is no
absolutely.
standard, but you play with strength with the modifier.
Brilliant stuff. All right. Anita Graza asks, how much time did you spend learning Blender
Downloading Blender.
or learning to
Oh,
use Blender?
ah, uh, I think it's a year now, year or 2 years,
Oh
learning and
wow.
stuff. 2 years old, but it's try and error, like try and error. But at first I was very bad. As time goes, you become better. You become better, but
Mm,
you become better. But I'm trying. You're trying to help people to like jump on easy. It's a like 20% to 20% to like you use it in 20%. You won't use everything in
mm,
Blender.
mm,
If you, for example, me, I just use it for mapping. So
mm.
yeah, it
So Hamed is sharing the ultimate cheat codes with us. We do not need to use 2 years learning Blender. We just have to use these tutorials. So that is fantastic. Many thanks for the presentation. No questions. Thanks so much. I think it's Francois. Sorry, I'm very bad with reading names. So thank you. And then I don't see any last questions there. I did. Would this work with any kind of image? Could I drape, for example, just a different texture over this instead of, for example, a digitized map?
yes, you can like the previous you can like it's all in your creativity. For example, rather than like you can add like wait, uh, let's see, it's a browser panel. You can add a base map. Let's say a base map. You can add a base map. Then like let's say OpenStreetMap. Will it?
Always a good go-to.
Yeah, you can like OpenStreetMap, and it can load. You can use it. You can wait because of black. You can. It's all on your. It's all on your creativity. You can, rather than color map, you can use base map.
Mm,
Or for me, like I use like you can just use Antarctica itself, or like Etopo. You can like go to properties. You can just use DM as DM for color image. You can go to color ramp, create new color
mm,
ramp, CPT city. You can it's all on, instead of it's all on like it's all on like apply it's all on like your creativity. You can,
mm.
instead of using digital map, you can like use base map. You can use color itself. So it's not strictly rule like i should use I should use the base map. No, you can use digital version model, and this one right here, you can try your creativity, try and error, you can get something nice. I think that's all.
And then I do want to ask, and I don't know if this is sort of outside of the area of possibility. I'm just thinking of things that this could be applied to. So of course, like DEM and digital terrain models and digital elevation models are something that's really easy to use. But of
Yeah,
course, QGIS in the last couple of releases has brought in a lot of point cloud and 3D functionality.
yeah,
I wonder how we could actually apply this to some of the point cloud outputs, because it could be quite interesting to sort of render, say,
point
a
clouds.
point
Yeah,
cloud of a building and then visualize it in Blender. Do you think
yeah,
that that's an option?
that's possible. That's really possible. For me, I like I don't like use it mostly. But there is this guy Emory. I think Emory. There is this
Mm-hmm.
guy. I saw him like he's from New Zealand. Emory from New Zealand. He used LiDAR data to he even shared like a tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
I'll share with him. But he kind of used LiDAR data, added it into Blender, and then continued. He continued. He did it very well. For me. LiDAR data, I haven't played around with it,
No, of course. Oh
so
well, maybe I
but
need to
for
go and track this person down for a QGIS Open Day. I think that might work for me. Or of course, we could probably get some of the Lutra Consulting guys who built the LiDAR QGIS stuff to have a look at this, because I think, I always think QGIS and Blender can work together so nicely. Um, so yeah, fantastic. All right, I
yeah.
don't see any other questions coming in from the live chat on YouTube. And I don't have any more questions. I'm just really keen to go out and try this, and just have some fun. I think Antarctica is a really nice one to use, but I'm quite keen to try. Obviously, I come from South Africa, so I'm really keen to try some South African data, maybe Table Mountain, because it's got such a unique shape. So I'm really keen to try this out and see if I can get something working. So I'll share that with you if I do get it working. I am going on leave soon for the holidays, so I might play around with this. So that just leaves me to thank you, Hamid. I always enjoy your sessions. I find it really, refreshing to see, using different programs with QGIS, finding the data, finding free and open data, seeing exactly how the process works. It's really great to see what's happening. So thank you so much for joining us again for QGIS Open Day.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, great stuff. Alrighty, we're off the air. Thank you so much. That was fantastic.